deceptive. It looked like it was going to be easy. But just in case, I decided to be the deep, introverted type.
It's such a pleasure to have one of cinema's great talents.
While he'd begun leading up to my film, or rather my bloopers, I began scanning the first couple of rows to see if this art business had any social benefits. I think it was at that point that I knew filmmaking had to be my life.
It's all here. Any comments, Albert?
I got a little sidetracked and didn't realize they were waiting for some kind of response. So I gave him one. It all started coming back to me. Every scrap of film left over from my project, good or bad, was up there before me. And they were eating it up. Oh, what a weird crowd. I really wondered if any of them had ever made a film before, or if they just talked about them. I may not have been very well educated, but to this day, I just don't see it. The meaning, the style they kept gawking at. But I couldn't see myself telling the truth. It'd gone too far. And besides, it would have spoiled their fun. I was barely containing my embarrassment, and laughter for that matter. Some of those shots, well, the eye, for instance. Well, you just should have been there.
Boy, is there anything you'd like to know?
Yeah, we'll get to it as soon as I set all this up. You hold that like right next to your eye.
Right next to my eye?
Yeah, there you go.
How long am I going to stay like this?
Oh, just for a second.
Just for a second? I got to go on here.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I have to out of here 5 minutes. Need to check one more thing.
There's a supervisor.
Yeah, we'll have you out of here.
Well, my break's in a few minutes. How long is this going to take? I've got to get going here. My vehicle needs to be inspected.
You'll be out of here in just a minute.
Is there something wrong?
I was setting up to interview this postman, and well, I cleaned the lens with the camera running. God, I wasted half a roll that day. I was so embarrassed. And then the teacher starts giving me this look, and the next thing I know, he's trying to console me with this look like, I understand, in his eyes. Jeez. Well, the moment of truth had come. This was it. They were going to ask me how I did it.
Well, who needs Hollywood, right? The deliberate lack of any cohesion, I've never seen anything quite like it. And the jump cuts, so cocky, so self-reflexive. Well, you evidence such blatant disregard for film language that you make a parody of the art itself.
That girl was really something.
180 line 10 times. Ozu would be proud.
Then it really started getting lost. He was speaking some foreign language about, collage editing or something. And Einstein. I didn't know Einstein did any movies.
Very deep.
What was that about crossing 180 lines? Uzo would be proud, he kept saying. I didn't get it. Who the hell's Uzo? Besides, there were no lines. It was a silent film.
Genius. By pacing your editing to match the aesthetic weight and density of your shot's positive or negative content, you're able to counterpoint the viewer's immediate identification with the sense of absurdity the shots evoke, right?
Okay.
But what I feared most happened.
I noticed there were a lot of distorted shots in your film. The angles were so wide, I imagine you used an anamorphic lens. Did you? And were all those flares a result of such a wide angle of view, or were they some kind of filmic convention you established?
Well, hell, my camera only had one built-in lens.
It was sort of a round lens, I guess.
A visionary shouldn't have to worry about something as petty as an image. It's the concept, the dream. Lenses, pictures, these are minor things. What a camera can or cannot do hasn't stopped Albert from sharing his dream.
I made my escape while I was ahead. I wasn't going to forget this for a long time.